Good to see what happened.
I couldn't tell. You know, I told our guys in timeout, we only have done the same thing. They're going to trap. Even on the play before that, I just said, guys, they're going to trap. They never foul right away. They're going to trap and then foul. I thought they did do a little bit of both. And I thought Rondo actually called the timeout before the foul was called as well. If you watch the replay, Rondo was right in front of Mark Davis and did timeout signal, and then the foul was called. So, but we got to expect that, and not from the refs, I'm talking about ourselves. You know, we talked about it, you knew they were going to trap, and we got to just do whatever you can not to get tied up. Now, the problem is I didn't see it. I never saw the actual tie-up. I thought it was more swinging, so you guys probably saw it on replay. I haven't, so I can't answer the question.
Just part of you just wonder how you lost this game. Just had it twice.
Well, listen, part of me wondered how we won it too. If I had a chance to win it the way we played. So, you know, you can take any way you want on that. Because I didn't think we played very well. I didn't think we played very smart. But we hung in there, which is a good sign. You know, down the stretch, you got to win that game before overtime. You have to win those games. And we made a lot of little mistakes, and they won the game. But they did make some unbelievable shots.
Rebounding really seemed to get you guys back into it in the second half.
Yeah. Well, we just stayed in the fight. I mean, you play a team like Chicago, you know the rebounding is going to be on the line. They're a great offensive rebounding team. We held them down. That's really what kept us in, because they didn't have a great offensive rebound night.
And just in general, your defense, the way you guys are playing for the most part without Avery tonight.
We played good defense. We didn't play great defense. The numbers look good because the pace was so freaking slow. You know, Chicago holds it for 23. What I didn't like in the first half, I think they scored I know three for sure, threes with less than 2 seconds on the clock. And when you play Chicago, you got to know they're going to use 24 seconds, and you have to be ready to defend for 24 seconds.
You know, it's an incredible stat for this game is that you forced 21 turnovers.
7 points. Yeah.
That's a rarity, isn't it?
That's a rarity. You should at least score 1 point per turnover. And on a good night, it'd be nice to have more. Rondo was good. I mean, I thought he started out slow, but I thought his energy, you know, was a great example. I thought he kind of, you know, surveyed the game and thought, I have to go get this for us. And I thought he did that with his speed.
You guys, your record isn't all that great in this, so getting big points like that, is that kind of a double-edged sword that when he has to score like that, it's kind of these other guys aren't, you're not as...
No, you know, Steve, it depends on the game. Not tonight. Not tonight. Guys are struggling. You can see Kevin early, you know, missing shots, but playing hard, Paul, and he saw that, and he went and got points. So I think tonight was exactly what he should have done.
How do you think 4 or 5 matchups went both ways? It seemed like Boozer and Noah, especially crashing the boards, were really effective.
Well, you know, Boozer had, you know, a ton of rebounds tonight, you know, and, you know, Brandon didn't have a great rebound tonight, but Jared Sullinger had 15. So, you know, we out-rebounded, or it was a 1 rebound difference. We had more offensive rebounds. So I don't think the rebound was a story tonight at all.
Was that a point where you just decided you couldn't take out during the fourth quarter?
Yeah. Man, he still made a couple shots, but it just got to that point. And that's going to happen in games. And there's going to be games where he plays 25 minutes, you know. So hopefully it all evens out.
Are teams slow to recognize that Rondo is going to get that isolation?
Well, I think they recognize it. They don't believe it. You know, I really do. I think at the end of the day, that's not going to change. That's not going to change this year. He can make 30 in a row, and that's not going to change. And it's going to do it all over again in the playoffs. You know, that's just how our league works. You have to make them a believer for about a year before they believe it.
Are you getting to the point where you're getting ready to win these close games?
Well, we have been, you know, until tonight. You know, of late, we've been winning close games, and we had this game won and gave it back to them. Give them credit. They made 2 really tough shots. I mean, and the ball had to bounce. Rondo did a great job on the jump ball, on the second part of the jump ball, where he came from behind and flicked it. It was a loose ball. The problem is And we broke the grade school rule. You know, in grade school, everybody runs to the ball. You know, that's why everybody has wristbands. You have to guard the wristband. And when you watch that, our entire defense ran to the ball instead of staying out with your guy. He rolled right to Heinrich, I think, and he makes a shot. But it was a great bounce. That last play, Bellinelli, that was another loose ball gets to him, bam, he makes a shot. So, you know, the ball bounced their way, and they had to make the shot, and they did. So give them a lot of credit.
How did you think Sullinger did? You said you saw the rebounds, obviously, but against those two guys, how do you think he did? What kind of a learning experience?
Well, it's always a learning. He had a couple things that we scouted that he gave up, you know, the back cuts, you know, with Noah. Noah had two of them. He actually missed the layup on the first one. And then the second one, you know, I think Sully fouled him. You know, those are the plays that, you know, you can tell them over and over again. You can watch film. It just takes time to learn that. I thought we got caught ball watching a couple times. Butler at the end, I think that was Rondo. We were watching the play and you forget the guy sneaks behind you. The one thing I love about Chicago is they just give the ball to the open guy. Like, they didn't care that it was Butler, and I think that's impressive.
Doc, talk about Sully off the bench. I mean, does a night like tonight, this last week, make you think, do I want him starting, or do I like what he's bringing us?
No, I like him off the bench. You know, I think he's doing a terrific job. And, you know, he's playing, how many minutes did he play? You know, 38. Again, and I've said this since I've been here, the starting thing is, who cares? You know, if I started and played 10 minutes, or came off the bench and played 38, which one do you think he would take?
The rotations are more of a deal to you, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Starting and
yeah.
How does that impact?
Well, it's better for us with him off the bench because usually Kevin's off the floor. And now you have Sully on the floor, and it's another ball handler. If you started both of them, then you're coming off with, really our bigs are good, but they're not great ball handlers. Brandon and JC or Chris Wilcox. That's just not the rotation you want.
Was starting Barbosa more to do with the fact that you wanted to keep the bench?
Yeah. And I thought he can give us something. He did the second half, you know, for that little bit. I thought he could give us some scoring punch to that group. And, you know, honestly, he got the 2 fouls, so we'll never know how that would have impacted the game. I do like him in that lineup, I will tell you that, when Avery's out. And, you know, Avery's going to be a guy that's going to miss games here and there because he plays so hard, you know, and you want him to play that hard. But you have to know going into every season that means he'll miss some games because of how hard he plays.
Is there a timetable for his return?
I don't know. I think his is literally game to game. I know he told me he's feeling much better today than he was yesterday. So he's going to go on a trip with us. That doesn't mean he's going to play. We don't know.
Having Jared out there for 38 minutes, some rookies, when games get close, you can kind of see it in their eyes that they might be getting overwhelmed. Do you not see that in him when games get close?
He looks asleep half the time, so I don't know what I see in his eyes. No, you know, it's changing now with a lot of the rookies. I think in all sports, you know, you saw it in football at the quarterback. That guys playing big games now before they get to the pros. You know, years ago we didn't. You know, you didn't get a lot of TV exposure, even in college. You got a little bit if you're one of the big schools. But now you get it in high school. And Jared played in national TV games in high school. You know, I think he had 8 of them, he said, his senior year. So I don't think bigness bothers him in a lot of ways. Thanks, guys.